drifting slow. A muted horn begins to glow. Soft shadows gather near the bar, where secrets mingle from afar. The band is swaying with a sly design, piano tapping out a serpentine line. Your silhouette appears beside the stage, a quiet muse beyond the gilded haze. Moonlight whispers from the velvet club, calling us closer with a gentle rub. Every syncopated sigh we trade dances lightly through the masquerade, and the room leans in as your smile begins, a silver spark beneath the din. The trumpet croons a smoky serenade, your footsteps glide like a sweet cascade. We share a glance that lingers unconfined, a fleeting tune two spirits intertwine. Moonlight whispers from the velvet club, pulling our stories from the night above, while the rhythm paints its amber lines. Our breath aligns with the trembling chimes. In the hush between each suspended scene, I feel you closer than you seem. Maybe this moment fades by dawn, like a lantern dimming once it's drawn. But here we stay, unhurried, unbound, lost in the glow of that velvet sound. Moonlight whispers from the velvet club, lifting our memories stroke by rub. Every measure rising bold and bright, pulling our pulses into flight. Moonlight whispers from the velvet club, where time surrenders to the notes above. Hold me steady in the swirling gold, let the last refrain be ours to hold, and still it hums, that velvet tune, soft as a promise beneath the moon. A spark of rhythm glints along the floor as moonlit windows hum behind the door. The night begins its gentle sway, where restless melodies slip away. Your dancing shoes tap out a teasing line, a Charleston shimmer in the smoky shine. The band kicks up a syncopated grin, while velvet shadows twirl within. Charleston echoes in the midnight air, lifting our laughter everywhere. Every shuffle draws the night in tight, turning the hall into silver light. After at that, and the floorboards sigh as our steps reply, a fleeting rhythm passing by. A trumpet flares with a bright parade, your silhouette spins beneath the glade. The crowd erupts in a warm delight, each beat unfolding through the night. crushing the lanterns hanging there. Glittering heels chase the pulse we keep, stirring the dream that will not sleep. After, in the hush between each revolving scene, you move just like a whispered sheen. Maybe the sunrise steals this charm, quietly loosening night's embrace and calm. But till it comes we own this flare, the lively breeze of that midnight air. Charleston echoes in the midnight air, rising in currents everywhere. Let the rhythm guide our borrowed time as brass unfolds its golden rhyme. Charleston echoes in the midnight air, holding us weightless, free of care. Keep the moment turning soft and bright, a final spin in the fading night. Still it glows, that dancing trace, lost in the midnight's warm embrace.
The room grows quiet as the keys align, a gentle hush beneath the evening shine. A faded lamp warms the wooden frame, where silent stories know his name. He leans above the ivory's tender glow, letting soft blue phrases come and go. A folded letter rests beside the stand, inked with thoughts he can't command. Blue letters from the piano man's bench, drifting lightly with a wistful quench. Every chord he plays in the amber light feels like a truth he hides from sight. And the melody, in its quiet plea, moves with a fragile decency. A muted horn sighs near the window's frame, echoing warm through the evening flame. His fingers trace a worn outline, a fading tune he calls divine. Blue letters from the piano man's bench, fluttering soft in the smoky stench. Every whisper carried through the air lifts a secret he can't declare. In the turning shade, where the memories fade, his music forms a gentle braid. Perhaps by dawn the notes will fall, folded back beneath the city's call. Yet while the night still holds its breath, he keeps the tune from drifting death. Blue letters from the piano man's bench, rising warm through the nighttime trench. Let the chords illuminate the gloom, a trembling hymn across the room. Blue letters from the piano man's bench, holding the moment softened wrench. Keep the echo turning faint and true. A last refrain in fading blue. Still they rest by the lamp's faint stretch. Blue letters on a quiet bench.
Above the drifting hum of crowded streets, a quiet trumpet shapes its gentle beats. The evening breeze collects the tune and lifts it softly toward the moon. You lean against the old wrought iron rail, your silhouette wrapped in a silver veil. The skyline flickers like a restless flame, each note ascending in your name. A serenade from the Brass-City Rooftops, gliding through the night as the bustle stops. Every echo finds a place to stay, drifting slow across the bay. And the mellow brass in its quiet past paints the dark like amber glass. Curls in a tender sweep, the city sighs in a softened leap. Your gaze reflects the trembling light, a fragile spark against the night. A serenade from the Brass-City Rooftops, floating where the city's heartbeat drops. Every whisper meets the cooling air, circling gently everywhere. In the hush we share, set against the glare, your smile lingers unaware. Perhaps by dawn the tune will fade, lost beneath the wheels of the promenade. But for this hour the world is small, a rooftop bound to our quiet call. A serenade from the Brass-City Rooftops, rising with each flare the skyline swaps. Let the brass ignite its golden sweep, a soaring theme will always keep. A serenade from the Brass-City Rooftops, holding us steady as the twilight drops. Keep the moment drifting soft and near, a final line only we can hear. Still it stays on the cooling rays, a rooftop tune that softly a quiet crackle stirs the evening air, as needle touches vinyl with gentle care. The room awakens in a softened glow, where whispered melodies ebb and flow. She steps inside with a shimmering poise, her presence dim in the distant noise. A silver curve upon her lips unfolds like polished metal catching gold. The girl with the silver gramophone smile, turning the hours to a dream for a while. Every glance she casts in the fading light plays like a tune drifting into night. And the record spins where her charm begins, soft as a waltz upon the rims. A cornet hums in a velvet line, reflecting softly in her desire. design. She leans beside the old walnut stand, a timeless echo close at hand. The girl with the silver gramophone smile, carving a glow in the parlor style. Every note that trembles through the air circles her silhouette floating there. In the quiet drift of a needle's lift, she moves like an undistracted gift. By dawn her tune will wane, lost to the hum of the passing train. Yet while she stays, the room aligns, a fragile moment that softly shines. The girl with the silver gramophone smile, rising in rhythm, refined in style. Let the brass unfold its glowing thread, a warming line where dreams are led. The girl with the silver gramophone smile, hold in the twilight for just a while. Keep the memory turning warm and bright, a lasting song in the gentle night. Still she gleams in the record seams, a silver trace between the dreams.
A drift of lanterns sways above the pier, their trembling glimmers drawing near. A hush of breeze begins to guide a fragile tune along the tide. You walk beneath their flickering gold, a silhouette in a story yet untold. A clarinet curls through the open air, painting the night with subtle flair. A rhapsody for the dancing lanterns, gliding soft as the evening turns. Every shimmer weaving through the sky moves like a breath that won't deny. After and the gentle glow in its winding flow wraps the dusk in a quiet show. A mellow horn from the distant band echoes warmly across the sand. Your footsteps trace the lantern's beams, blending with whispers and drifting dreams. A rhapsody for the dancing lanterns, rising slow as the daylight burns. Every flutter caught in a cooling breeze floats in a chorus meant to please. After, in the silver sweep, where the shadows sleep, your presence hums in colors deep. Perhaps by dawn they'll fade away, dimmed by the steps of another day. But now they sway in gentle lines, a fleeting chant the night designs. A rhapsody for the dancing lanterns, lifting bright as the darkness churns. Let the brass ignite the velvet air, a glowing tide beyond compare. A rhapsody for the dancing lanterns, holding the moment the heart discerns. Keep the shimmer lingering near, a final spark that won't disappear. As still they gleam in the drifting scenes, lanterns dancing through our dreams. Down Sparrow Alley where the lamplight fades, a drifting hum curls through the shady glades. The cobblestones catch a softened tune, folded gently beneath the moon. Your footsteps echo in a silver line, matching the pulse of a hidden sign. A muted trumpet murmurs through the brick, carving a rhythm slow and thick. The midnight chorus at Sparrow Alley, floating soft as the shadows rally. Every note that wanders through the air feels like a whisper unaware, and the alley's breath in its quiet depth moves with a charm the night bequeaths. A clarinet paints a wavering sheen, bending the dark into something serene. Your silhouette blends with the wavering light, a fragile mark on the wings of night. The midnight chorus at Sparrow Alley, turning the gloom into something stately. Every tremble drifting from the wall echoes a secret subtle call. In the woven glow where the breezes flow, your presence hums in undertow. Perhaps by dawn they'll fade from view, the alley's choir and its gentle hue. But while the stars still arch above, their quiet chant is ours to love. The midnight chorus at Sparrow Alley, rising clear as the lamps grow palely. Let the murmurs gather in silver streams, a drifting tide of half-spun dreams. The midnight chorus at Sparrow Alley, holding the moment the dark may carry. Keep the echo turning soft and true, a final sigh in the alley's blue. Still it rings through the muted valley, that midnight choir of Sparrow Alley.
A mellow horn drifts over winding streams as lantern lights reflect their quiet beams. The river hums beneath a silver sky where fragile echoes wander by. Your footsteps meet the wet pier, a gentle rhythm drawing near. The steamboat blushes with a subtle glow while jazz unfolds in waves below. Starlit jazz along the old river line, floating through shadows soft and fine. Every note that brushes the drifting tide moves with the calm of the countryside. And the evening's breath in its tender depth cradles the tune like whispered theft. A clarinet curls in a twilight sweep, its drifting chorus slow and deep. Your silhouette leans toward the rail, aligned with moonlight faint and pale. Oh, starlit jazz along the old river line, lingering warm as the stars align. Every shimmer drawn from the steely blue rests in the quiet surrounding you. In that gentle glow where the currents flow, your gaze becomes a steady slow. Perhaps the dawn will fold this dream, tucking it under the fading gleam. Yet while the night holds its shape in time, rising in colors soft as wine. Let the brass awaken the silent air, a glowing chorus beyond compare. Starlit jazz along the old river line, holding the night in its tender sign. Keep this quiet shimmer close to mine, a lasting tune on the river line. Still it flows where the moonlight goes, a river song that softly glows. Our soft chandeliers awaken in a gleam, their golden shimmer drifting like a dream. The ballroom hushes in a poised delight, awaiting footsteps for the night. Your hand meets mine with a quiet grace, a subtle spark across the crowded space. The orchestra lifts a gentle sway, guiding our hearts in a slow ballet. A waltz beneath the Gatsby lights, turning the hours into velvet nights. Every circle drawn on the gleaming floor whispers of moments we can't ignore. After violin sigh, as we glide nearby, a tender rhythm passing by. Begins to trace the air, its mellow warmth unfolding everywhere. The dancers blur in an amber haze, while time dissolves in drifting phrase. A waltz beneath the Gatsby lights, lifting our shadows to graceful heights. Every measure played in the silver glow follows the heartbeat moving slow, and the quiet spin of the waltz within. Your smile becomes the sweetest kin. Perhaps at dawn this charm will fade, lost in the hum where daylight's made. But till it comes the world is small, a gilded room, a whispered call. A waltz beneath the Gatsby lights, rising in shimmering, swirling flights. Let the orchestra bloom in golden streams, a sweeping tide of midnight dreams. A waltz beneath the Gatsby lights, holding us gently through glimmering nights. Keep the memory turning soft and clear, a final glow that lingers near. Still it hums through the fading lights, a quiet waltz beneath the glides through the open night as lanterns shimmer with a rust-red light. The copper moon leans low and bright, brushing the dark with gentle might. Your shadow weaves through the drifting glow, quiet rhythm moving soft and slow. A muted horn begins its tender croon, echoing warm beneath the moon. Jazz kisses under the copper moon, loud and sweet in a dusky tune. Every breath we share in the cooling air falls like a vow we hardly dare. After evening's hue, shaded faint and true, wraps our steps in a silver blue. curls in a trembling line, binding your pulse gently close to mine. The river glints with a wavering gleam, shifting slow like a half-spun dream. Jazz kisses under the copper moon, drifting soft like a salcharoon. Every measure leaning through the night guides our hearts in quiet flight. If the hush we share, free from worldly care, your smile lifts the autumn air. Perhaps by dawn the glow will fade, hid by the sun in its brisk parade. But while the moon keeps its amber glow, our gentle tune will rise and flow. Jazz kisses under the copper moon, rising clear like a sweet monsoon. Let the brass awaken the velvet breeze, a glowing hymn across the trees. Jazz kisses under the copper moon, holding us close in a fragile boon. Keep this moment turning warm and bright, a lasting spark in the tender eye. Still it shines through the silver dew, our jazz kiss night beneath the moon.
A spark of rhythm hums along the tracks as glowing windows tint the evening blacks. The streetcar rings its mellow refrain, rolling gently down the lane. Your silhouette sways in the passing gleam, a syncopation drifting through the scene. The clarinet lifts a lively cue, echoing patterns we stumble into. Syncopated hearts on the streetcar lane, dancing lightly through the city's chain. Every sway we share in the moving light beats like a tune slipping into night. And the rails align in a steady sign, a tender meter intertwined. A trumpet flickers with a bright ascent, this golden rhythm warm and bent. You catch my glance as the lamps roll by, a fleeting spark beneath the sky. Syncopated hearts on the streetcar lane, gliding freely past the crowded frame. Every glow that flickers from steel and glass guides our steps as the evenings pass. Through the gentle sway of the car's ballet, we drift along in quiet play. Perhaps the dawn will steal this pace, folding the tune in its waking grace. But while the wheels hum their warm design, our rhythms meet in steady time. Syncopated hearts on the streetcar lane, rising softly where the night remains. Let the brass embrace the drifting air, a glowing pulse beyond compare. Still a da 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 ba 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 da ba da 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 da. Sta da 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 ba ba da ba da 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 ba da 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 ba da ba da ba da ba da 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 ba da ba da 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 ba da ba ba da ba da ba da 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 Ta-ta-ta-ta-da-da-da-da-da. Still it offers on the streetcar lane. Two quiet hearts on the streetcar lane.
A thin gray ribbon curls along the room as amber glasses catch a muted bloom. The parlor hums with a fragile tone where quiet stories stand alone. You sit beside the shadowed velvet chair, a trace of roses lingering in the air. The whiskey glows with a softened gleam, stirring the hush of an untold dream. Whiskey roses in a smoky parlor, drifting slow as the night grows darker. Every sigh that trembles in the haze blooms like a tune from forgotten days. After a faint ring in its tired swing, wraps the room like a quiet wing. A muted trumpet murmurs near the wall, its worn brass whispering a tender call. Your eyes reflect the wavering light, a fleeting spark against the night. Whiskey roses in a smoky parlor, painting the hours in colors warmer. Every note that flickers through the room stirs a delicate fading bloom. After deep smoke where the silence spoke, your presence feels like a fragile cloak. By dawn these tones will cease, folding back into the city's peace. But while we sit in the shadowed glow, the parlor keeps what night may know. Whiskey roses in a smoky parlor, rising soft as the hours wander. Let the hush reveal its hidden art, a mellow line beneath the heart. Whiskey roses in a smoky parlor, holding the moment as time grows smaller. Keep the scent and the amber light, a quiet trace of this gentle night. Still it stays in the fading fire, a smoky rose and a soft desire.